Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 8 with the Buffalo Sabres. It is April 1st, 2027, and we are running away with the Atlantic Division. 49-19-7. Best record in the NHL. We battled through some injuries in March, as you come to expect with FHM, a bunch of injuries at the end of the season. But we battled through it, and we are playing some excellent hockey. Jack Eichel leads the NHL in goal scoring. He's fourth in the league in total points. So yeah, we'll take a quick look. We'll do the full stat recap at the end of the season, but I just wanted to point out a couple of things. So Mika Zibanejad, who we picked up at the end of last episode at the trade deadline, 19 points in 18 games for us, centering that second line. Only 3 goals, but 16 assists, good for 19 points. He's a plus 14 in 18 games. Jacob Vrana has exceeded 30 goals again. Is that his third straight season? A third straight season with more than 30 goals. I still don't think we're going to bring him back, but he has had a fantastic couple of seasons with us. Yeah, and you can see pretty much everybody else. And like I said, we'll go through this once we get to the end of the regular season. So I guess without any further ado, there's nothing we need to change here. Without any further ado, we are going to get started. Make sure everybody that I want in the lineup is in the lineup. And yep. Do I want... No, we're going to replace Samuelson with Rasmus Anderson. All right, now we're going to go. Let's get up to our next game. So we're going to get through the end of the regular season and hopefully an extensive playoff race. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if we win. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We've won one, and you guys just sort of have to take my word for that because it happened with no video proof. Cousins, Danielson, Yeko, McKinnon, and Aremba all get better. Eichel gets a little bit worse in his strength. Zibanejad gets a little bit worse as well, but that's fine. All right, we got the Bruins. Can we pick up our 50th victory of the season? We do. We win 7-4, so the offense keeps going strong. It looked like Eichel had a couple of goals in that one. Yep, Benson, Eichel, Zibanejad, Eichel, Yeko, Quinn, and Dylan McKinnon. So Zibanejad continues his hot play. Luukkonen stops 38 out of 42. So yeah, the regular season, now it's just about hopefully we can stay healthy here over the next 6 games. And go into the postseason relatively healthy for the first time in ages. Got the Senators coming up here. Tyler Peddle's ahead of schedule. That's good. I can get him off the injured list. And where do we want to put Peddle in the lineup for? Aremba, I believe, is on the bench. Yeah. Get Peddle back out there. Make sure the lines are set properly. Peddle should be on the 3rd line, not the 4th line center. He should be there. Actually, he should be there, I believe, is where I had him. All right, let's play this game against Ottawa. Too many players on the active roster. I know that. Anderson will go to Rochester. We have so many young defensemen. All right, we are north of the border, and that's a 4-1 loss. I guess we can look and see who scored for us. Vrana with his 32nd. And then we have a New York team coming up. I don't know if it's the Islanders or the Rangers. But ultimately, I mean, it's been a good season. I mean, it's been a very, very good season. Clayton Keller with his 600th career point. Let's delete everything. Let's get through today. Christian Dvorak, Evan Naus, and Casper Putio on the waiver wire. Not interested in any of those players. We got at New York, followed by a game against the Red Wings. A 5-2 loss. So back-to-back losses. And again, as long as people stay healthy, I don't particularly care. But we get down 3-0 in this one. Yeko and Quinn get goals. Let's see what happens here against Detroit. Eichel is not injured. Can we snap this losing streak? We do. A 3-0 shutout. Eichel's still looking for his 50th goal and his 100th point on the year. Middlestat, a couple of goals. Danielson with a goal. And Portillo gets the shutout as we put up 46 shots on Nedeljkovic. So, excellent. 51, 21, and 7. 79 games, 109 points. And there's the first injury of the episode. Jack Quinn out for 1 to 2 weeks. So at least it was a bottom 6 winger. Arembo will come in for him. And let's get to the next game. Again, another New York team. Anything interesting? David Pastrnak has recorded 500 assists. Let's see if we can win this one. 51, 21, and 7, 109 points. We've had just some fantastic as we lose again to the Islanders 6-2. Eichel does pick up his 100th point. Dahlin and Benson. Yeah, so still stuck on 49 goals, but he does have 100 points on the season. He's, 2 games left? 2 games left to try to pick up that 50th goal. Let's see if he can do it here against Tampa. Oh, we got to look at Ovechkin to see, and we lose again. 51, 23, and 7. Eichel no longer the leader in goal scoring. He hasn't scored a goal in like 5 or 6 games. You guys are bad luck. I bring you in, and Eichel doesn't score a goal. 5-4 loss. We get 2 goals from Aremba in the first. Cousins in the second. Vrana in the third. Luukkonen gives up 5 goals on 18 shots. That's not good. Final game of the season here against the Caps. That was a bad stretch of hockey over the last week and a half. We 49, 18, and 7 or something like that when the episode started, and we finish 51, 23, and it's still a great record, just tough down the stretch. Aremba with 2 more goals. Zibanejad scores twice. So Mika, 22 points in 25 games as a member of the Sabres. Portillo gives up 5 goals on 44 shots, and that is it for the regular season. And there you go. Just as we get to the postseason, McKinnon's out for the next 2 to 3 weeks because that's what happens. I don't know if there's something built into the game that causes players to... I mean, I guess there is. I mean, if it causes them to get hurt based on their fitness level as the season moves forward, I don't really know. But it seems like there are a ton of injuries at the end of the regular season. So we're not going to do anything with league leaders or anything like that because that we save for the postseason episode. But you can see Eichel with another 100-point season for us, 49 goals, 52 assists, 101 points. Zibanejad with 83. Vrana with another 80-point season. Shaw, 58 points, had a pretty good year. Cousins does a nice job again, 58 points in 67 games. Middlestat in what might be his last season for us, another 20-goal season. Zach Benson had a nice rookie campaign, 50 points in 77 games. Nemestikov doing what he does. I mean, he's not going to score a ton of points, but he's very, very good defensively. Quinn had 46 points in 61 games. Danielson had a nice second season. Yeko improved, 43 points. Rasmus Anderson had a nice year after we bring him back. Owen Power continues to struggle, only 34 points in 80 games. Peddle with a 70-game rating, 32 points in 43 games. I think he's going to be really good offensively. Aremba, 29 points in 37 games. Jacob Chychrun, 62-game rating, 25 points in 72 games. That ain't going to cut it. And we have him, for 5 more years? Yeah, that's going to be a rough contract. Leslie, McKinnon got some playing time. Samuelson got a little bit of playing time. And then Luukkonen and Portillo. It's not where I wanted to go. So Portillo goes 26, 12, and 6 with a 303 and a 907. Luukkonen 25, 11, and 1 with a 313 and an 899. Not a great season for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. But Portillo plays well, and I think Luukkonen is probably done when this season is over. Did they announce the... They didn't. Let's get through today and see if they announce the award nominees. See if we have any nominees coming up, and then we'll see who we're playing in the first round. Still nothing. Okay. Play next day. There we go. All right, so the Hart Trophy nominees, Matthews, McDavid, McKinnon, Vezina, Carter Hart, DiPietro, and Olivier Rodriguez. Norris, Nurse, Provorov, and Shabbat. Calder, Sioviev, Ivan Miroshnichenko, and Michkov. Okay, that's fair. Those are all good players. Executive of the Year, Zito, Ron Francis, and Stevie Y. Selke, Zary, Krause, and McLeod. Lady Bing. Keller, Hughes, Draisaitl. Messier, Barkov, Pasternak, Crosby. Lindsay, Matthews, McKinnon, and McDavid. Jack Adams, Heinold, Haskell, and Mark Recchi. So we don't get a single award nominee this year. That's a bit of a shame. All right, let's get up to our next game and see who we're going to be playing in round one of the 2026-2027 Stanley Cup playoffs. A New York team. Which team is this? That doesn't help. Let's go to schedule. The Rangers. All right, so the New York Rangers, 42, 34, and 6 on the season. So we pick up Mika Zibanejad from them in the postseason, or in the regular season, and now we have to play them in the postseason. So they're led by Panarin, still going strong, 76 assists, 111 points for Artemi, Capo Caco, Alexis Lafreniere. They have some good offensive talent. A couple of good defensemen in Niles Lundqvist and Rasmus Dahlin. They have Matthew Savoy. Yeah, they look okay. Konovalov is probably going to be their starting goalie. I mean, I don't know. They got a couple of good goalies in Shesterkin and Konovalov, so we will see. Let's get to it. Let's see how this postseason goes. See what sort of success we can have. We win 4-2 in Game 1. Two goals, 2 assists from Zibanejad. That's what I like to see. So 1-1 after 1, and then Anderson and Zibanejad in the second, and then Zibanejad in the third. So good start. Konovalov does get the start. Luukkonen gets the start for us. Stops 25 out of 27. Good game for Mika. Game 2 against the Rangers at home. Can we take a 2-0 series lead? We lose 4-3. So we lose home ice advantage here against the Rangers. Panarin gets a couple of goals for them. It was 2-2 at the end of 1. Shaw, Middlestaff for us. We traded them first off. He scores a goal. Zibanejad gets his third, so it's 3-3 at the end of 2. And then Panarin scores a minute 46 into the third period. Luukkonen, I don't want Luukkonen starting. Stick with the starter during the playoffs. Yep. All right, let's see how that goes. So it's 1-1 heading back to Madison Square Garden. Can we take Game 3? No, we lose again. So we are now down 2-1 in the first round to the number 8 seed New York Rangers. Panarin with 2 more goals. Eichel with a goal and an assist. Panarin's got 4 goals in 3 games so far. Vrana and Eichel for us. The game still starts Luukkonen, even though I told it not to. I wish these ratings actually did something. Stick with the starter during the playoffs. Your starter is Portillo. He should be starting. All right. Well, let's see if we can take home ice back by winning Game 4. This is the big one. If we can win Game 4, we get home ice back. If we lose Game 4, we are down 3-1. And we do win. We come back and we win 5-4. Series is tied at 2 now. We're up 3-1 after one. Zibanejad scores goals 4 and 5 in the postseason. They scored a goal. Cameron Allen, another former Buffalo Sabre, gets a goal in the second. Then Panarin and Goyette. But we get the tie-breaking goal with a minute and a half left off the stick of Jack Eichel. Once again, Luukkonen gets the start, even though I don't want him to start. The series is tied at 2. Minor injury, might side. He's got gout. Really, gout. Okay. All right, so Quinn will come in, and he'll play on that top line with Eichel and Vrana. Right? Sure. I don't want to mess up the lines too much. Should probably get a 5th person in there. Well, a shootout doesn't matter. We're not doing shootouts in the postseason. All right, Game 6 at home against the Rangers is a loss. Are we going to get knocked out in the first round of the friggin' playoffs again? This is going to be really frustrating if that's what ends up happening. Lafreniere, Zibanejad scores his 6th and 7th. He's been a beast. Goyette scores 50 seconds into the third. And we are now down 3-2. We have to win Game 6 at MSG and then Game 7 back at home. Development report, Forsmark, Portillo, Power. Vrana gets worse. Klingberg gets worse. All right, here we go. Game 6 at New York is a 5-1 win. So we do force a Game 7. And, I mean, this is why you play for the best record in the league, right? So that you can get that Game 7 at home. Playoff hockey is a different beast, so we are at home, and we'll see what happens in Game 7. Of course, Mason Shaw gets hurt now. Zibanejad with his 8th goal of the postseason already. 8 goals for Mika. A 3-goal first. Petal gets 2. Luukkonen gets the start, and Shaw is hurt now. Oh, he's day-to-day. Okay, we're okay there. Oh, Hall of Fame nominees. Who do we got? Select which of these players do I want. Patrick Elias. I'm a big Patrick Elias guy. Yager, Thornton, Chara, Marlowe, and then the 3 American goalies, Barrasso, Osgood, and Vernon. Actually, I don't know if Osgood is American. No, he's Canadian. I thought Mike Vernon was American. Apparently he's not. Okay, anyway. Shows you what I know. All right, Game 7 coming up. Here we go. Can we advance to the second round? We need to win at home. We do. We win 5-2. So 10 goals in the final 2 games of that series. Zibanejad 9 goals in the 7-game series against his former team. Jack Quinn gets in the starting lineup and gets a goal. 3 third-period goals break a 2-2 tie. Forsmark, Petal, and Power. Luukkonen again. So now we're taking on the Florida Panthers in the next round. So let's quickly take a look at them. Ooh, they got Spencer Knight in goal, and he looks damn good. So Barkov still going strong, a point a game at age 31. Owen Tippett, 71 points in 81 games. Grigory Denisenko at 58. Ekblad still up there playing, doing okay, 43 points, 76 games. Samskevich, 41 points. Not a ton, I mean, really not a lot of offense at all. 44, 31, and 7. Not a lot of offense at all from this Florida Panthers team, but I'm sure they're getting it done with their goaltending. Spencer Knight, 34, 26, and 6 with a 308 and a 911. Yeah, he's been pretty good. So we have a tough ask ahead of us against the Florida Panthers. McKinnon ready for team practice. All right, game number 1. Let's make sure our lines are set. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. Vrana, Eichel, Quinn. Yeah, the main lines are set. This is an issue, though. That is probably part of the reason that we... Oh, no, because Eichel is still out there. Vrana, Zibanejad, Benson, Danielson, Power, Nemestic. Yeah, I want Chychrun out there, right there, and right there. All right, here we go. Game number 1 against the Florida... Hold on, I got to look at penalty kill. Yeko, Benson, yeah, I don't have my best defensive forward out there. Nemestikov. Chychrun needs to be out there with, I guess, Rasmus Anderson on that top line. Who am I missing? Forsmark, Leslie, Power, Samuelson. There we go. Do something like that. Do something like this. All right, now we're ready to go. Now let's see how game 1 goes at home against the Panthers. 3-2 loss. They get 3 goals in the third to come out ahead. Benson, a shorthanded goal. Chychrun would get a goal. We were up 2-0. And then they scored the 3 final goals, including a goal with 2 seconds left in regulation. Knight stops 36-38. Luukkonen stops 31 out of 34. And we are trailing 1-0. We lose home ice advantage yet again. Dylan Cousins is ready. So we will stick him back in the lineup for Quinn, I suppose. And we will continue. Game 2 at home against the Panthers. A 10-3 victory. So the offense uncorks in this one. Mason Shaw, 4 goals and an assist. Jack Eichel, 2 goals and an assist. A 5 spot in the third period. Benson, Zibanejad, Middlestad, Aremba, and Eichel, turning a 6-3 game into a 10-3 game. So that works. We still don't have home ice advantage. We got to win one of these 2 games in Florida in order to take home ice, but that is a good start. McKinnon is ready, so we will sit Samuelson. Replace him with McKinnon. And let's get through game 3. 2-0 loss. So there's the Spencer Knight we were anticipating. Elliot Leitalian. That's a great name. And Barkov scored in the first, and that was it. Luukkonen stops 38 out of 40. Knight stops all 31. And Forsmark is now hurt. How long is he out for? 1 to 2 months. All right, he's done. Replaced with Matthias Samuelsson. And let's continue. So we have to win this game. Just like last series, we were down 2-1. If we can win this one, we get home ice back. If we lose this one, we are in a difficult position. A 2-1 victory. All right, so we even the series at 2. We take back home ice. Cousins and Benson get goals for us. Luukkonen stops 27 out of 28. Series is tied at 2. Game 5 back at home. Hopefully we can win this one. Next day. 6-2 victory. So we are now up 3 games to 2. Tyler Peddle with 3 goals and an assist. Dylan McKinnon, we stick him back in there. He scores. Eichel picks up his 6th. Mason Shaw has 12 assists in the postseason. He also has a 4-goal game. If we make it through this series, we'll pause real quick and we'll take a look at our playoff stats. But Luukkonen stops 31 out of 33. And we are on the verge of advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nothing I need to worry about there. Here comes Game 6 in Florida against the Panthers. And we win 7-3. Tyler Peddle, another hat trick for the young Tyler Peddle. Back-to-back hat tricks for Peddle in Games 5 and 6. Another 5-goal period for us against Florida. So it was 2-2 after 2 periods. And then they are actually leading 3-2. And then Cousins, Peddle, Echo, and Nemestikov would give us the win. And we advance. Let's go to our next game, I guess. And we're taking on the Devils, the New Jersey Devils, Nico Hischier and the New Jersey Devils. So let's take a look at their roster real quick. Wow, look at that goaltending. That's just crazy good. Might be a target for us. Both of them, their contracts are up this year. Jack Hughes, 101 points, just a beast. Alexander Holtz, 65 points. Nico Hischier, a minus 24 and only 49 points. But three defensemen up there in terms of scoring in. Not balanced scoring. They have a lot of players with more than 10 goals. But really, other than Hughes, not an elite offensive performer on the team goaltending-wise. And felt 31-20-3 with a 2. Wow, he was really good this year. 2.80 and a 9.16. They had really good goaltending. I want to take a look at our playoff goaltending so far. Luukkonen's putting up a 2.55 and a 9.19. I mean, I can't complain. The goals saved above average is bad, which means he hasn't been particularly good, but the numbers say otherwise. Stat summary. Mason Shaw with 20 points in 13 games so far. Mika Zibanejad with 18. Tyler Peddle with 18. That second line is just beasting right now. Eichel with 11. So that top line doing work. All right, let's see how this series goes against New Jersey with a chance to go to the Stanley Cup Final. A 9-2 victory in Game 1. Mason Shaw with 4 more assists in this one. Peddle 2 goals into the second line just continues to just be crazy good. Zibanejad, Shaw, and Peddle has been just a nutso line here in the postseason for us. Mika with 2 goals and an assist. Shaw with 4 goals. Peddle 2 goals, 2 assists. Luukkonen stops 30 of 32, and we win Game 1. Game 2. A 5-2 victory, and I am recording, am I not? Yes, I am. Okay, I got really nervous there for a second that we're going to have a repeat of what happened before, but we are winning. We're recording, and it's 2-1. Shaw with 2 more assists. Peddle with 2 more goals. Casey Middlestat picks up a couple of goals. 3 third-period goals break a 2-2 tie. 2 from Casey, 1 from Peddle into the open net. Luukkonen stops 31 of 33. We put 52 shots on Shostak in net for the Devils. Game 3 in New Jersey. Can we take a commanding 12-3? Holy crap. I would say our offense is clicking right now. Jacob Vrana, 3 goals, 2 assists. Dylan Cousins, 2 goals, 3 assists. Zach Benson picks up a couple goals. We were up 2-0 after 1, Vrana and Danielson. Then we put up 4 in the third. We were losing 3-2 and then scored 10 unanswered goals. Middlestat, Vrana, Cousins, Eichel, and then in the third period, Zibanejad, Cousins, Danielson, Benson, Vrana, and Benson again. 5 points from Vrana, 2 points from Power, 3 points from Eichel, 2 from Danielson, 2 from Benson, 2 from Nemestikov, 5 from Cousins, and wouldn't you know it, only 1 goal for Zibanejad, 1 assist for Peddle. So that second line didn't have to get it done in this one. Wow, we are up 3-0 and complete domination so far of the New Jersey Devils. 2 straight double-digit games here in the postseason. Can we sweep the Devils? We do. We advance to the Stanley Cup Championship. As we sweep the Devils, we win Game 4, 5-4. Zach Benson, a goal and an assist. Aremba, a goal and an assist. Nemestikov has 11 assists this postseason. Peddle has his 14th goal. And we just absolutely dismantle the New Jersey Devils. Let's see who we're taking on in the Stanley Cup Final. Will it be the Vancouver Canucks or the Colorado Avalanche? Series is tied at 3. Vancouver had a 3-1 lead in this series. Colorado's come back to tie it, and Colorado will win it. So we will take on the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup Final. All right, so let's take a quick look at said Colorado Avalanche. I believe they had the second best record. Yep, 49, 26, and 7, good for 105 points. They don't look like they have very good goaltending, but they may not need to with that offense. Nathan McKinnon, 109 points. Mikko Rantanen, 71 and 71. Alex Newhook, Alexi Sorella, Cale Makar. Yeah, they are stacked. They are without Kasper Haltunen, however. At least he's day-to-day right now with an injury. This team is loaded, just like we are. So this could be a pretty crazy series in terms of goal scoring. That is a lot of goals for the Avs. Goaltending. Looks like Wells may get the start. 275 goals against and a 907. He played the most games, so that's likely to be the thing. Any news we need to take a look at? Nope. World Championship was won by the U.S. Charlie McAvoy wins the best defenseman, Carter Hart the best goalie, and Alex DeBrincat wins the MVP of the World Championships. All right, game number 1 at home against Colorado Avalanche is a 3-2 victory. So we win game 1 here in the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, it's going to the beginning of June, so there's going to be a bit of a delay here. And there we go. Actually, that delay is going to be on June 2nd, I think. Development report, Benson, Danielson, Yeko, Nemestikov, Peddle, Power, all get better. Tyler Peddle's been a monster in the postseason. Marcus Lindgren, hopefully we can bring him on next year. I love that 16 offense and physicality. Klingberg gets worse. I don't really care about that. Now we're going to have the delay. It always saves on the 2nd of the month. I don't know why it's set for the 2nd, but a Hall of Fame vote. Here we go. So we can vote for 4. Yager, Thornton, Chara, Marlowe. I think those are the 4 I go with. Those are my guys. All right, game number 2 at home against the Avs. As we look to take a 2-0 lead, we get shut out in game number 2. So we put up back-to-back double-digit goals against the Devils in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we get shut out here. A couple of shorthanded goals by Juan Copeland for the Avalanche. Wells stops all 34 shots. Luukkonen gives up 3 on 20. So series goes back to Colorado, tied at 1. And there's another loss. We scored 1 goal in the last 2 games after just absolutely lighting the lamp. Pinelli and Mazur for them. Aremba for us. Luukkonen stops 27 out of 29. And Chychrun is hurt. Okay. So Anderson. He's out for 1 to 2. It doesn't matter. They're both out for 1 to 2 weeks. So we will replace him with Anderson. We'll put him on the injured list because it really doesn't matter. Check our lines. We'll move McKinnon up to the top line with Power, I guess. And see how that goes. All right, so same thing as our first 2 series where we needed to win 1 game on the road to take back home ice advantage. If we lose this, we're down 3-1. If we win, the series is tied at 2. And we win, so the series is tied at 2. And Mason Shaw gets hurt. And Casey Middlestat gets hurt. This game, man. Okay. Not going to complain. I love Franchise Hockey Manager. I love I love Adam and Jeff, but just every single season with the injuries in the postseason is really, really annoying. Shaw gets his 9th. Zibanejad is 14th. Danielson scores in the 3rd. So let's look at all of our injured people now. All right, so he's out for 2 to 3 weeks, so let's replace him with Quinn. And stick Shaw on the injured list. And then let's go back down to Rochester. Let's call up Harvin-T. And do we go Poltapov? Or no, I think we go Harvin-T. So Middlestat will come out and Harvin-T will come in. Check the lines. Vrana, Eichel, Cousins, Quinn, Zibanejad, Peddle, Harvey, Nemestikov, Benson, Aremba, Danielson, Yeko. That's as good as anything, I guess. That's annoying, man. Harvey wants number 23. That's fine. Game 5 at home. Can we take a 3-2 lead? Yes, we win 2-1. So we have a 3-2 series. We get both goals in the first. Cousins and Nemestikov. Gerard gets a goal for them in the second. Luukkonen stops 31 out of 32. And we are 1 game away from our second Stanley Cup Final. All right, here we go. Game 6 in Colorado. Can we win it all? We get thoroughly smoked. 7-4 in Game 6. There's the offense I was waiting for. Just unfortunately, it came for them. So we were up 2-1 after 1. Quinn and Danielson for us. They blew it open in the second. We got a goal from McKinnon. They scored 3 in the second, 3 in the third. And Luukkonen gets waxed. So Game 7 is going to be back in Buffalo. Hall of Fame runoff. I got to vote for one of these people. Zdeno Chara. All right. If you guys believe in crossing your fingers and crossing your legs and crossing everything to give us some good luck here, let's do that. Game 7 at home for all the marbles, for the big enchilada, for the Stanley Cup Championship. Lord Stanley's Cup. Can we get it? We do. We win 7-4. We win our second Stanley Cup Championship. We defeated the Rangers in 7. Came back from a 3-2 deficit there. We beat the Florida Panthers in 6. We absolutely dismantled the New Jersey Devils. And then we defeated the Colorado Avalanche in 7 games. The Stanley Cup comes back to Buffalo for the second time in 6 years. We get, there we go. That's Harvey. Smart decision by the GM, Harvey, with a hat trick in Game 7. Zach Benson, 4 assists. Nemestikov with 3. And we win it all. We win it all. So now the question begs, what do we do next? I put this out there in the last episode. I'll put it out there again. It sounds like right now the most popular option is to end this season and create an expansion team and take an expansion team over in this world. Basically, it's going to boil down to one of two things. Do I either continue on with the Sabres and just keep pushing through until the next version of Franchise Hockey Manager comes out, or I get tired of this? Or do we switch over to an expansion team and try to build an expansion team? I'll leave that to you guys. We did it. We won our second Stanley Cup. If we look at, let's just quickly look at the stat summary here in the playoffs. 27 points for the 22-year-old Tyler Peddle, the rookie. Mika Zibanejad. I would say that trade deadline acquisition worked out, even if he's a bust next season. 26 points in 24 games for Mika. Benson with 22, Eichel with 20, Nemestikov just up. Look at all that. Look at all that offense. Just crazy, crazy good offense in the postseason for the Sabres. And behind in net, Luukkonen 16-8 with a 2.75 and a 9.12. Wasn't great, but good enough. So yeah, guys, let me know. Like I said, I would say right now I'm leaning towards the expansion team because I believe that's what most people voted for. But let me know what you think we should do. Should we continue on with the Sabres, or should we pick up an expansion team? I appreciate you watching, guys, as always, and I will talk to everybody soon. Take care. Bye-bye.